Hey you guys, it's your girl T. So I wanted to come on here and talk about the whole Bruce Jenner situation. I want to go ahead and shout out Brandon K. Kardashian. Him and several people want to know my opinions on this entire interview. So unless you've been living under a rock, I'm sure you guys have all heard by now about Bruce Jenner's interview that he did with ABC's Diane Sawyer. And during this interview, Bruce Jenner decided to come out and tell the world that he now considers himself a woman, that he's been wanting to be a woman ever since he was a little boy. This is something he struggled with for life. He also spoke about, being suicidal, having to deal with the whole transgender situation. So Bruce really came off as, brave. He really put it all out there. I was very, very shocked to see how open and honest he was, especially when he broke down crying. You can tell that he's really tortured. He's been through a lot over the past few years, having to pretend to be somebody that he's not. He sees himself as a woman, and he basically announced that he's going to go through the whole reassignment surgery. It looks like he has breast implants already. He decided to take down his ponytail and show off his shoulder-length hair. So a lot of folks are talking about the situation. This has made worldwide news. I want you guys to go ahead and check out this news clip, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my
11 at 11, the extraordinary interview with ABC's Diane Sawyer with Olympian Bruce Jenner and his decision to go public about his gender identity and physical transformation.
Yes, for all intents and purposes, I am a woman. People look at me differently. They see you as this macho male, but my heart and my soul and everything that I do in life, it is part of me. That female side is part of me.
Jenner has been in the public eye since his Olympic decathlon win in 1976.
Remember, well, more recently it continued with the show Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And with that platform, Jenner knows his decision to go public about transition will leave a powerful legacy. He says he now worries most about how this will affect his family. So, how does he want people to remember him?
You're okay with who won the decathlon and then
was true to himself. And that's the rest of the story.
Jenner says he's been confused about his gender identity since he was a child. Many others have felt
All right,
the
so you
same
guys
way.
just watched the news clip. So after the interview aired, of course, people were going in on Twitter. Everybody had an opinion. But on Twitter, Perez Hilton had made a comment that supposedly Kris Jenner was not supporting Bruce Jenner, and Kris Jenner went off on Twitter on him. And then also the rest of the Kardashian Jenner clan also rallied behind Bruce Jenner, and they also sent out a bunch of tweets showing him support. I want you guys to go ahead and check out these tweets from the Kardashian Jenner clan, see what all they had to say about Bruce. Check this out, and I'm gonna come back with the rest of my commentary. Just checked out those tweets. So, like I said, the whole situation is causing some controversy. Kris Humphries was dragged on Twitter earlier because he had made a comment about how he was happy he's no longer involved with his family. This is what Kris Humphries wrote on Twitter, and folks started going off on him. Folks were also mad and sending me a video about Wendy Williams basically calling out Bruce Jenner and saying that he needs to stop focusing on trying to be Belinda Jenner and focus on why his 17-year-old daughter Kylie Jenner is running behind a 25-year-old man who is Tyga. So once Wendy Williams said that, a lot of folks were mad at Wendy. They were saying that she was being, homophobic and being rude towards transgender people and everything else. And I even had a few people email me and, say things like they don't understand why black people seem so confused about the whole gender thing. And if you guys remember, I did the video about the young man down in Houston who was killed. The man who supposedly killed the young man was saying that he lied and said that he was a girl when he knew he was really a boy. And I did the video and I was addressing the young man as a he, because he was a young man, but I guess he was transitioning into a she. And there was a few people who caught themselves getting an attitude with me and going off on me and cussing me out and calling me ignorant, which I found just really disgusting. I feel like sometimes people in the trans community can be hypocrites. You don't want somebody being rude to you about what you choose to address yourself as if you want to be transgender. But then in the same breath, they'll sit here and call somebody like me ignorant because I'm calling somebody who was born a male a man. Even in the interview with Diane Sawyer, even Bruce Jenner still said that Diane could address him as a he. So I don't understand why I got so much flack for addressing that transsexual man as a he, because he was born as a he. So I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not gonna sit here in front. I do not understand the whole transgender thing. I've had a few of my subscribers be nice enough to basically send me emails explaining it. I thought it was the same thing as a drag queen. It's just men who like to dress up in women's clothing. But they're telling me that it's more of a psychological thing where men or women feel like they were born in the opposite sex and it doesn't have anything to do with their sexuality, which I didn't know. I thought it had to do with them being gay or not gay. The whole thing confuses me, and I think it confuses a lot of black people as well, because this is just, to me, this is something new. We weren't raised, we didn't learn this in school. Nobody spoke about transgender stuff when I was in, elementary, junior high. So it's I feel like people have to be patient. It's not fair to just knock somebody and dismiss them and say that they're ignorant because they don't understand something that wasn't taught to them. I wasn't raised around transgender people. I know more drag queens. I don't know a lot of transgender people. But, I try to research because I understand that I have a big audience and I understand that I do have transgender people who watch me. So I don't ever try and make my videos to offend anybody, but I think that people need to also be understanding that some people just don't know. And if you don't know, then you just don't know, and it's not okay to demean or belittle or call somebody ignorant. I respect people who try to go out their way to school and show people. So to my transgender subscribers who really sent me emails and who really explained to me, what it is to be transgender, I thank you guys for that, because like I said, I didn't understand it. And even when I was hearing about the whole Bruce Jenner thing, I thought it was kind of a joke. I thought, maybe it was something for the Kardashians. They're just looking for attention. But when I saw this interview, I saw a vulnerable man. I saw a man who's going through a lot of psychological issues, who's going, who's trying to find himself. And what made me sad was when he broke down crying and he said that he had even contemplated suicide. And being somebody who has also attempted suicide before, that really struck a chord with me. And when he said that he wanted to finish the chapter of his life, that he couldn't take himself out, he wants to know how his life is going to end naturally, I really respected him for that. At the end of the day, I've always liked Bruce. I always thought out of all the Kardashians and Jenners on that show, he was one of the ones that I did like, because he kind of brought some normalcy to that show. Kris is just so over the top. She's so busy pimping out her daughters. And, I would love those. And I always love the fact that Bruce would put his foot down, especially when it came to Kylie and Kendall. When it came to certain things, he would try and put his foot down and, try and state his opinion and basically stand up to Kris when nobody else would. So I'm not surprised that the family definitely supports him and loves him. He's been a father to all of these children from the time that they were young. So I don't think anything's going to change for them. But I think a lot of people of color, especially black people, just don't understand this whole, the whole notion of transgender, or saying that, okay, you were born a man and now you want to be a woman. Because I've seen a lot of comments by black folks online saying things like, okay, well, by that logic, can I say that, I feel like I'm a white woman inside and I want you to consider me a white woman now, even though I have black features and black hair and everything else? Can I just not be considered a Caucasian woman just because I want to? It's kind of the same logic. So that's why some people look at this whole situation like it just doesn't make any sense.
All right, well, Lawrence, he said he wanted to be white. So we used the miracle of makeup to grant his wish for one day so he can see if it was everything that he thought it would be.
We set up Lawrence to step into the skin of a white man, literally.
Hey, Lawrence, how you doing?
Hey, how are you?
I'm Todd.
We enlisted Todd Tucker, the makeup master who turned me into a 350-pound woman, an exotic dancer, and a man, to work his magic and transform Lawrence from black to white.
The white looks to me, it looks really good. I look like I'm a real person to me. I look a lot better and feel a lot better. I have so many emotions right now. It's just so overwhelming. I don't know what to say. I'm white. I'm finally white. I can't wait to walk down the street as a white guy and just finally know that people won't see me for black. I'll be white on the outside.
The transformation was complete, and Lawrence set off to walk a day in the shoes of a white man.
I'm ready to go out and show the world the new me. Hi, how are you doing? Good. Hi, how are you? I'm living in a fairy tale. I'm in Beverly Hills on Rodeo Drive. I'm white. There's nothing more that can make this dream come true for me. How are you doing, sir? Good. I can tell with people's reactions, the way they look at me are so different. The way they perceive me, they see me as a good-looking person, white, with money, lots of class, and I'm on Rodeo Drive, so it's just so great. I just can't believe it. I feel like I own the world. So how are you? Good. I know how you feel. It'll be okay. I saw a homeless man. I saw how he felt. I mean, just a few hours ago I was black, and I know how that feels. If I would have been a black man giving a homeless guy a couple of dollars, I think he would have just threw it down. Hi, sir. Can I pet your dog, please? Sure. Oh, thank you. He's very nice. He's very sweet. She's very sweet. I petted a dog, and I know if I was black, he would not have liked it. Being a white man, I know the dog didn't care, and neither did his owner. Had I been black, I don't think neither of them would have appreciated it. I always put white people up on a pedestal, but now that I have to take the makeup off, I feel like I'm just going to be one step down again.
Even though he wasn't ready, it was time for Lawrence to take the makeup off.
This feels terrible. My life is back to normal. It's over. Back to where it was earlier today. It's back to ugly old me. Being white was all I thought it would be. I had a good day for once in my life. I don't know if I'm ready to be black again. I don't know if I can face tomorrow.
So that's why some people look at this whole situation like it just doesn't make any sense. That you can just wake up one day and just say, you know what, I feel like I'm a woman, I want to start becoming a woman, I want to start claiming a woman, so I should get all the respect and benefits that come to being a woman. And I think that's where some people find an issue with the whole transgender situation, because a lot of people feel like there are no mistakes, and if you were born a man, you're a man, if you were born a woman, you're a woman, and you can't switch that just because you change your private parts or just because you put on a dress or you put on a suit. It's whatever God made you. So I think this is something that's going to be a debate for a long time. You'll have some people who agree with this situation, who feel like, you know what, Bruce, go on ahead, do you, we support you, you know, I'll call you a she, I'll call you a woman if you want me to. And you have other people saying, no, I don't care what he does to himself, he's always going to be a man, he's always going to be Bruce Jenner. And I just think that that's just, you know, how people react to situations as human beings. I don't think that it's necessarily right or wrong. I just think that people are allowed to have opinions on any topic, regardless of what that topic is. But like I said, I'll always give him props for being open, because once you live in your truth, nobody can use that against you. And I don't care if he's a man or a woman, Bruce Jenner will always be that really endearing type person. He has a very endearing personality. He's about family. He wants to keep the family together. You know, he doesn't want anything to change. You can tell that the divorce was really, really, you know, hard for him. But he needed to basically go find his own way and become his own person. And if him becoming a woman makes him be a happier person, makes him love himself more, makes him less suicidal, then by all means, as long as he's not hurting anyone, as long as he's not hurting me or mine, I can't sit here and knock the man. You know what I'm saying? He has the right to put on a dress if he wants to wear a dress. that's his business, you know. But I just think that one thing I do respect about this is that it is creating dialogue, you know, something that people are learning from it, and it's creating conversations that people didn't grow up having. You know, like I said, these are not conversations that I grew up having. So instead of, you know, calling me ignorant or trying to make me feel bad, you know, just let me know, you know, just educate me, because I love to learn about different things. So anyways, y'all, you know, I don't want to make this video too long, but, you know, I just wish Bruce Jenner the best. You know, I definitely enjoyed the interview, and he kept it 100. And, it was, you know, so it's good to see that, you know, for the most part, all of his kids support him. You know, his ex-wives support him. And it seems like everybody just wants the best for Bruce, no matter what that is. So anyways, you guys, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire situation concerning Bruce Jenner basically coming out and stating that he's a woman. How do you guys feel about this? Do you agree with this situation, or do you feel like no matter what he does, he's not going to become a woman? And how do you feel about the whole transgender community and people, you know, switching genders? Do you feel any particular way about it? You know, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Let's see if we can have some good dialogue in the comments section. Go ahead and get the discussion popping. Make sure you guys leave a comment below. All right. Deuces. Hey YouTube, it's your girl Lovelyti, and you can show me some love by hitting that subscribe button, watching my previous videos, and following me on social media.